Welcome everyone to a very special episode on the Bevvy channel. We have a VIP guest with us today. We have Beau Wallace all the way from Inverness. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, delighted to be here, Laurie. Thanks so much for having me. Massive fan of what Bevvy are doing.
You're a suck up. I appreciate it. Well, delighted to have you here. For those who are perhaps new to whiskey, maybe don't recognise yourself, able to give sort of your whiskey story. How did you first get into it?
Yeah, I think like most, I got into it through my father. He had a massive passion for whiskey, loved his Speysides, Glenfarclasses, and across time he moved over to Lagavulin and Ardbeg, and he enjoyed a dram with his brother, my uncle, and loved his Macallan, didn't he?
Nice. Yeah, expensive taste. I mean, even back then, it wasn't cheap. No, that's amazing. And then in terms of your kind of whiskey career, you're obviously still fully involved. What is it that you do on a day-to-day basis?
We run a company called the Grand Whisky Auction. Okay. It started in 2018 and it is up in Inverness. We got into that through, we were on a family farm and we were supplying barley for the big boys up north, your Clynleashes, your Balblairs and all these sorts of guys. So yeah, it seemed like a great time to move into the industry and in the auction space.
So in terms of your day-to-day, you do the auction side of it, you've got your shop and your boutique, and you're now doing independent bottling as well. What's the story behind that? Is it something you've always wanted to do or quite a new impulsive thing?
It's been in the pipeline for absolutely ages, and as you know, with the auction background, the things that you come across and the wide array of knowledge that you gain, you've seen so many different distilleries, cask types, vintages, so you're quite well placed to sort of pick out some of the good stuff as well. So excited to bring that to Grand Drams and the whiskey community, really.
Excellent. And what is the sort of ethos, what's the philosophy behind Grand Drams? Because as you say, there's so many indie bottlers out there. What is it about Grand Drams that sets you apart, that makes you distinctive?
So it's the tagline really is the quintessence of fine spirits. It's that strive to just bring the best of the best. It's not a volume game for us. It's not just punt out 30 casks a year. We'll be careful in what we select and hopefully the best of stuff and everybody enjoys it.
Nice one. And you've just done one release so far. What was that? What was your debut as an indie bottler?
The debut was the Bruichladdich 15-year-old first fill Oloroso sherry.
Wow, which is quite a start. And you see a lot of indie bottlers and it's often the liquid is quite samey. It's, maybe ex-Diageo Speyside stock, 10 years old. So to have from an iconic distillery as popular brand as Bruichladdich is a very impressive start.
I were so pleased, Bruichladdich is just such a fantastic distillery. I don't know anybody that doesn't really get on with all the people there. Of course, what Jim did with the revival and Duncan, it's incredible. Yeah,
they've got a real cult following as well, so I'm not surprised it was a success for you. And in terms of release number 2, you've got something equally special up your sleeve.
Yeah, probably the world's most famous distillery, aged over 3 decades, cask strength, natural colour, all the good stuff, so excited.
Yeah, you don't mess around, do you? Jeez, pulling out all the stops. Well, very, very excited to try it. The mystery is the suspense is killing me. Shall we smarten up, head somewhere very special, and let's give it a try?
Let's go.
Well, Beau, here we are at the fabulous Balmoral Hotel on Princes Street in Edinburgh. We've made an effort with our appearance. We're about to visit the whiskey bar, and this place has a special connection with yourself, is that right?
It certainly does. My mother, when she was 11, immigrated from Canada.
Okay.
And this was the first hotel she stayed in when she got here, so she knew nothing about the country or the city. And yeah, she stayed here, and circa 60 years later, here's us.
That's amazing. It's like a circle of life. It's amazing.
It's fantastic.
Well, yeah, the Scotch bar I'm quite familiar with here. Should we head in and see if there's a familiar face?
Looking forward to it.
Off we go. Well, Ross, nice to see a familiar face once again. Thank you so much for welcoming us to Scotch at Balmoral. Understand you're in on the secret. You know what this exciting Grand Drams bottling is. What have we got?
If I was thinking of somewhere to open this bottle and taste it, it has to be Scotch at the Balmoral. We are going to have this fantastic whiskey in stock here as well. So it's something that I can't wait to taste for the first time with you. To have Beau here. It's rare to have Beau down from Inverness into Edinburgh. But if you're drinking in here as well.
Absolutely. And
so, yeah, I'm really excited to get into this one.
Cool. Well, without further ado, I'm excited to see it. Beau's built it up massively. I'm expecting 50-year-old Kurosawa. What have we got?
So here it is, Beau, Grand Drams, Macallan 36-year-old.
Absolutely. Delighted to bring it to Scotch. And it's a Macallan 36-year-old, 1988, good year. Oloroso, cask strength,
Ticks
natural
a lot
colour.
of boxes, doesn't it? I must say, this is my first time seeing it in the flesh, and obviously Grand Drams, as we said, is your baby, is your venture, is your project. You must be incredibly proud to see it sat there looking the way it does in a location such as this.
You're exactly right. Super proud to have it here and just excited to try it.
The bottle looks fantastic, by the way, Bo. Is this a long time coming? How did you come across this cask of Macallan?
As I was saying to Laurie, it's been in the pipeline for absolutely ages, and if you felt the weight of the thing, it's absolutely solid.
Yeah,
It's just quality, I feel, and that's the liquid has got to match the product.
Yeah,
like
the presentation. I totally get it. When you're bottling this, you've got to go, right, how's it going to look? This one here, so these beautiful decanters, one of 131 produced, bottled natural cask strength, 40.7%. First fill Oloroso. I mean, it sounds spectacular. Obviously, we're all familiar with Macallan. Laurie, we've drank a lot of Macallan on the channel before.
We've been very, very lucky. I think it's a perfect whiskey for this location. Obviously, Ross, at Scotch, you must be inundated with people saying, "Oh, I'd love for you to stock this, love for you to stock that." What are your criteria for, how did this bottle make it?
Well, it's true that I won't take in anything. We have about 400 to 500 whiskies in the bar at any one time, and to have independent bottlings of high quality liquid or that kind of luxury experience is really what I'm looking for. So as soon as I was speaking to Bo a couple of months ago now, before this was even in glass, it was like, okay, this is really exciting, because an independently bottled, named Macallan is not something you come across. Never mind a 36-year-old. The fact that it's a natural low ABV really works in our favour as well, because we're getting a lot of tourists who are used to the luxury market who want to try something authentically Scottish that won't challenge their palate too much. And I think when we think about Macallan, we think of luxury, but we think of something that's big and bold and delicious, and almost get annoyed when we try all these old Macallans and we go, how good is that? Because we both like sherried whiskies. You're a big sherry tart as well, Bo, to be honest.
Sherry monster, that's it.
And so the idea of having a whiskey at this age, in that first fill Oloroso, from the distillery that we're all familiar with, I can't wait to try it. Can we pour it?
Thanks.
Well, let you do the honours, Bo.
No, fire away, Roscoe, please.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. So.
I think you make a good point, Ross, about it being a properly named Macallan, because you see a lot of particularly independently bottled secret Speyside or Speyside M, where it's kind of rumoured to be Macallan, but they can't use a name. What is the story of how did you get hold of this liquid, of this cask, Bo?
Yeah, so it's just bringing it back slightly to what Ross was saying about the naturally low ABV. It wasn't that we could still go on for another couple of years, but we tried it at 34. Tried it at 35, and it was still fantastic at that point in time, but 36 was really just the point where we felt this is the time to do it. Like, this is really perfect at this stage. Could have gone to 37, 38, but now was the time to go.
And this is the best thing about independent bottling. You're not got a core range. There's no need to meet the demand of having a 18, 21, 25. You bottled it when it's ready.
Absolutely.
And that's to be admired, because that patience has got to be killing you.
I was dying to get it out there for everybody to see it, and we sort of hadn't told anybody, and then it's like, wow, this is out
The
there.
fact that you can be flavour led, you can say, we'll bottle it when we feel it's hit its peak, which is what you did with the Buricladia as well. You felt that kind of hit optimum kind of distillery influence, cask influence. You thought, was it 15 years old? Do you think that's the one?
Now's the time. And the thing is, it leads back to not like throwing out 300 casks a year. Like this might be the only thing we do for like the next 6 months or a year. So let's make it a good one.
And in terms of Macallans and drinking Macallans about this age, Laurie, we've had old vintages, and we've had, I think the closest to this, I've had a 32-year-old, which was bottled in 1969. Again, that was something that was an independent bottling, and something we don't see very often. That was originally bottled by Gordon MacPhail, who were the official bottlers, but now known as independent bottlers. So this is only the second named independent Macallan I've ever had. Let's get our noses stuck into it and see what we think. The colour. I love talking about the colour.
Yeah, I must say, talking about weight earlier, these glasses
the
are
glasses
perfect as well. They've got a proper heft to them.
I think this is the way to do it.
Yeah, colour, in terms of its, obviously, sherry maturation, has it been in first fill Oloroso the whole time? Because sometimes that can dominate. What's the kind of maturation story of this?
You're exactly right. And the thing is about Macallan, it's such a robust kind of spirit as well. It takes like heavy sherry maturation really well. other distilleries could just, the new make spirit would just be completely dominated. Yeah. But I feel that Macallan itself can really stand up to that, a bit like Mortlach as well. It's quite a
meaty,
aye, that's
100%. Yeah, so, small onion stills, added viscosity. I want to be able to chew this.
Yeah,
you know, because that's the kind of whiskey that I love. The nose is chocolate immediately.
So decadent, isn't it?
There's a bit of leather. You can tell there's age, but it doesn't smell overly woody.
But it's big and bold.
To me, it's bold. It's coffee. It's dark chocolate. It's so indulgent. Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers. What a pleasure to try this.
Very exciting. It's a very approachable nose as well, isn't it? It's obviously cask strength. Obviously, being 36 years old, the ABV will drop over time, but it's not simple on the nose. There's so much complexity to it.
And I think the flavours are really distinguishable as they are. Like if you're to add water, you know, it can't help the flavours to be separated out, but you're not needing it. You enjoy that?
That's delicious.
Thank you very much.
That is absolutely delicious. Again, a little bit of natural spice from the cask, but because it's low ABV, very easy drinking. Yeah. You can chew it.
Right, it's mouth coating, isn't it?
I think, to my memory, that's the best Macallan that I've had.
Oh, that's wow. That's a big statement.
Genuinely, it's just got the balance of not tasting too old and too over oaked. It's got dark fruits. It does have the sherry, obviously, there. It does have that raisins and dates, but it's so Moorish.
And you can see it on the glass as well. It's just coating and coating, 100%. You know.
Great texture. It's maybe a little too easy to drink if I had to criticise it. Oh, wow. Like, it's just so, I want to go dive straight back in. How's the palate for you, Laurie?
Yeah, I think the texture and the weight and the mouthfeel for me is what stands out. I think people looking at it, they obviously see the colour, they know it's Macallan. I was almost a little bit nervous at the start. I was like, is it just going to be all leather and one-dimensional? But there's that, it has got some liveliness to it and some fruitiness to it.
Absolutely. I think that's what we strive for as well. We're looking to try and get the sweet and savoury element, but also like definitely be on the sweet side, whereas like we've already mentioned Mortlach, but they're more on the savoury side, but this is definitely on the sweet, great texture, rum, raisin, tobacco kind of notes, you know.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty of this as well. It's a 36-year-old 1988 Macallan. I would expect this, if it was bottled by Macallan, to cost me $6 or $7 grand a bottle.
With that presentation.
With this presentation as well. This is being sold on the Bevvy app?
Yep, so this is being sold, we're delighted to announce it's being sold by ballot on the Bevvy app. I think it's going to be £2,000 ex-VAT. And it's, as you say, for an
official... So it's 2,400 retail then, roughly?
Yes, yeah, with VAT.
And so 131 bottles in the world.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good price.
Yeah, and I think obviously, Bo, we mentioned before, you've got a background in kind of auctions and whiskey as a collectible as well. As we've enjoyed, it's a bloody tasty whiskey, but as a collectible, as an investment, I would say this is a perfect sort of bottle to be buying at this time, the way the market is at the moment.
And I think what we also want to do is value for money for like the customers that will be entering the ballot.
Yeah.
You know, the standard Macallan 30-year-old is what, £4,500 and it's just 30 years old, you know, and this is 36 years old, single cask, natural colour, natural cask strength, and it's £2,400. The presentation is far better in my opinion anyway, and we just...
It's pretty much the same price as the official 25, and you're getting all that extra value.
You're getting 10 years extra. Yeah. As you say, being quite a special year, 1988, you know, it's very favourable in some countries as well, you know, with that the 88 at the end. And yeah, just delighted to be working with Bevvy and working with Scotch. And
this is getting better. It's like licorice. It's almost like, I don't even know what it's properly called. Is it like Gatto? Like those like...
Oh, Black Forest Gatto.
Just...
Like a party in the 70s.
Yeah, chicken Kievs in there? No, it's not.
The more I drink, the less kind of dry oak I get, and the more chocolatey dark fruits that I'm getting.
I think that, I could go back again to the sort of texture of it. I think it's that flavour profile you can't replicate. You know, we've tried a lot of STR cask whiskies, which are perhaps a bit younger, but you can't replicate 36 years.
That's it. You know, time well spent in cask, getting the flavour into the whiskies, good wood influence, while still being balanced with like the distillery characteristics. So, all encompassing. I think it was time to release it, and I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bevvy are thrilled to be entrusted with the exclusive launch of this very exciting bottling from Grand Drams, a 36-year-old single cask Macallan with a massive sherry influence. Enter now on the ballot, only 131 bottles, so make sure not to miss out. Cheers. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bevvy content. We want to hear what you think, your best whisky experiences, the whiskies you want us to try. It's a really exciting journey we're on, so make sure to join us. Download the Bevvy app on Google Play and App Store to keep track of your whisky journey, connect with your whisky friends, keep track of your favourites, anything you could ever want to do with whisky, all in one place. It's the definitive whisky companion.